Last month, a Honda owner brought me a service estimate that made my blood boil. $4,200 for a transmission flush and rebuild on a 2019 CR-V with 42,000 miles. The transmission was working perfectly fine, no slipping, no rough shifts, no warning lights. But the dealership convinced this owner that preventive maintenance required a complete transmission overhaul. This is the new reality of Honda dealership service departments. They're not just fixing problems anymore, they're creating them. And they're targeting Honda owners specifically because they know we care about our cars and want them to last. I've been working on Hondas for 16 years, and I've never seen dealership tactics this aggressive. They're using fear, misinformation, and outright lies to separate Honda owners from thousands of dollars they don't need to spend. But here's what really gets me. Most of these scams are completely preventable if you know what to look for. The dealerships count on customers being uninformed about their own vehicles. Today, I'm going to expose the 7 newest Honda dealership scams that are costing owners a fortune. These aren't the old tricks like overpriced oil changes. These are sophisticated schemes designed to make you think your perfectly good Honda needs expensive repairs. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot these scams, what questions to ask, and how to protect yourself from becoming the next victim. Because your Honda deserves proper care, not dealer profit schemes. Let's start with the most expensive scam that's targeting newer Honda owners. Scam number 1, the preventive CVT rebuild scheme. This is the big one. Dealerships are telling Honda owners with CVTs that they need preventive rebuilds or upgrades to avoid future problems. They'll show you scary statistics about CVT failures, talk about known issues, and convince you that spending $3,500 to $4,500 now will save you from a $6,000 replacement later. It's complete nonsense. Honda CVTs are actually quite reliable when properly maintained. The real problems occur when dealers themselves cause damage through improper service or unnecessary flushes. Here's how the scam works. They'll tell you your CVT fluid is dirty or degraded even when it's perfectly fine. They might show you fluid samples that look dark, but CVT fluid naturally darkens as it does its job. Then they'll recommend a complete system flush, followed by internal component upgrades or preventive rebuilds. What they don't tell you? Aggressive flushing can actually damage a perfectly good CVT by dislodging debris and forcing it into sensitive valve body. The preventive work often creates the very problems they claim to prevent. I've seen this scam cost Honda owners between $3,500 and $6,200 for transmissions that needed nothing more than a simple drain and fill. Here's how to protect yourself. If your Honda CVT is shifting smoothly and you're following proper maintenance intervals, you don't need any preventive rebuilds. A simple drain and fill every 60,000 miles is all that's required. If a dealer claims your CVT needs preventive work, ask for specific diagnostic evidence. What exactly is failing? What measurements or tests show the need for internal work? If they can't provide concrete evidence, walk away. One more red flag. If they want to flush your CVT and do internal work at the same time, that's a major warning sign. Legitimate transmission work requires careful diagnosis, not shotgun repairs. Scam number 2, the fake carbon cleaning emergency direct injection. Honda engines do develop carbon buildup over time, but dealerships are now using this legitimate maintenance need to justify outrageous prices and unnecessary frequency. They're telling Honda owners that carbon cleaning is an emergency repair that needs to be done every 30,000 miles at $800 to $1,200 per service. The reality? Most Honda engines don't need carbon cleaning until 80,000 to 100,000 miles, and the service should cost $300 to $500 when done properly. Here's how the scam works. During routine service, they'll perform a carbon inspection using a bore scope camera. They'll show you pictures of carbon deposits and claim your engine is in danger of catastrophic failure if not cleaned immediately. What they don't tell you? Some carbon buildup is completely normal in direct injection engines. It only becomes a problem when it affects performance or causes rough idle. The other part of this scam is frequency. They'll try to sell you carbon carbon cleaning every 30,000 miles as preventive maintenance, but Honda's own engineers recommend much longer intervals for most driving conditions. I documented one case where a dealership charged $1,150 for carbon cleaning on a 2018 Civic with 35,000 miles. When the owner brought it to me for a second opinion, the carbon buildup was minimal and well within normal limits. Here's how to protect yourself. Carbon cleaning should only be done when you're experiencing actual symptoms like rough idle, reduced power, or failed emissions tests. If your Honda is running fine, you probably don't need it. Get a second opinion before agreeing to carbon cleaning, especially if your Honda has less than 60,000 miles. And never pay more than $500 for this service from an independent shop. If a dealer claims carbon cleaning is an emergency, ask to see the actual carbon buildup and get specific measurements of how it's affecting performance. Scam number 3. The timing chain. Tensioner fear. Campaign. Honda timing chain tensioners do occasionally need replacement, but dealerships are now using this as a fear tactic to sell unnecessary repairs to owners of perfectly healthy engines. They're telling Honda owners that timing chain tensioners are ticking time bombs that will destroy engines without warning, and the only solution is immediate replacement at $1,500 to $2,500. Here's the truth. Honda timing chain tensioners give plenty of warning before they fail. You'll hear rattling on startup, the engine will run rough, and there are usually diagnostic codes. But dealerships are now recommending preventive tensioner replacement on engines that show no symptoms, claiming it's necessary to prevent catastrophic failure. I've seen this scam target owners of 2012 to 2018 Accords and Civics specifically. The dealer will claim these model years have known tensioner problems that require immediate attention. The reality? Most of these engines will go 200,000 plus miles without tensioner issues if properly maintained with regular oil changes. Here's how the scam works. During a routine service, they'll claim to hear timing chain noise and recommend immediate tensioner replacement. They might even play recordings of what your engine will sound like when it fails. What they don't tell you. Healthy timing chains do make some noise, especially on startup. It's only a problem when the noise is excessive or accompanied by performance issues. How to protect yourself. If a dealer claims your timing chain tensioner needs replacement, ask for specific diagnostic evidence. What codes are present? What symptoms are you experiencing? If your Honda starts and runs normally without unusual noises, you probably don't need tensioner work. Get a second opinion from an independent Honda specialist before agreeing to expensive timing chain repairs. Scam number 4. The brake fluid contamination scare. Brake fluid does need periodic replacement, but dealerships are now using fake contamination scares to justify frequent, expensive brake system overhauls. They're telling Honda owners that their brake fluid is contaminated with metal particles or acidic and needs complete system flushing every 2 years at $300 to $500 per service. The real maintenance interval? Honda recommends brake fluid replacement every 3 years for most models, and it should cost $80 to $120 when done properly. Here's how this scam works. They'll test your brake fluid with strips that supposedly detect contamination or acidity. Then they'll show you dark fluid and claim it's dangerous to drive. What they don't tell you? Brake fluid naturally darkens over time as it does its job. Dark color doesn't automatically mean the fluid is bad or dangerous. They'll also claim that your ABS system requires special flushing procedures that justify the high price. But most independent shops can flush Honda brake systems properly for a fraction of the dealer cost. I've seen dealerships charge $450 for brake fluid service that any competent shop can do for $100. They justify the price by claiming Honda-specific procedures that don't actually exist. How to protect yourself. Brake fluid should be replaced every 3 years regardless of color or contamination test results. If it's been less than 3 years since your last brake fluid change, you probably don't need the service. Get quotes from independent shops before agreeing to dealer brake fluid service. The price difference is often 300 to 400%. Scam number 5. The AC system upgrade ripoff. Honda. AC systems are reliable, but dealerships are now pushing expensive system upgrades and performance modifications that provide no real benefit. They're telling Honda owners that their AC needs enhanced refrigerant, system modifications, or performance upgrades to work properly in hot weather. These services cost $400 to $800 and provide zero benefit over properly maintained factory AC systems. Here's how the scam works. During routine AC service, they'll claim your system needs upgraded refrigerant or enhanced components to maintain cooling efficiency. They might recommend premium refrigerant that costs 5 times more than standard R134A, claiming it provides better cooling and longer life. The reality? Honda AC systems are designed around specific refrigerant types and pressures. Upgraded refrigerants often provide no benefit and may actually reduce system efficiency. Another version of this scam involves AC system modifications like additional filters, performance compressors, or enhanced condensers. These modifications are unnecessary and may void your Honda's warranty. I documented one case where a dealership charged $650 for premium refrigerant and system enhancements on a 2020 Pilot. The actual cost of standard AC service? $89 at an independent shop. How to protect yourself. Honda AC systems need basic service every 2 to 3 years. Refrigerant check, leak inspection, and filter replacement. That's it. If a dealer recommends AC upgrades or modifications, ask for specific technical documentation explaining why these changes are necessary. Most of the time, they can't provide any. Standard R134. A refrigerant works perfectly in all Honda AC systems. Don't pay extra for premium refrigerants unless Honda specifically recommends them for your model. Scam number 6. The engine mount safety inspection fraud. Engine mounts do wear out over time, but dealerships are now using fake safety inspections to sell unnecessary engine mount replacements. They're telling Honda owners that worn engine mounts are safety hazards that could cause loss of vehicle control and need immediate replacement at $800 to $1,200. The reality? Engine mounts give plenty of warning before they fail completely, and partial wear rarely affects safety or drivability. Here's how this scam works. During routine service, they'll perform an engine mount safety inspection and claim one or more mounts are critically worn and dangerous to drive. They'll show you pictures of mounts with small cracks or minor separation and claim these represent imminent failure. What they don't tell you? Engine mounts can have minor cracking for years without affecting performance. Complete failure is rare and usually preceded by obvious symptoms like excessive vibration or engine movement. I've seen dealerships recommend $900 engine mount replacements for mounts that had minor surface cracking, but were still functioning perfectly. The safety hazard claim is particularly misleading. Worn engine mounts cause vibration and noise, but they don't typically cause loss of vehicle control or safety issues. How to protect yourself. Engine mounts should only be replaced when you're experiencing obvious symptoms like excessive vibration at idle, engine movement during acceleration, or unusual noises. If a dealer claims your engine mounts are safety hazards, ask for specific evidence of how they affect vehicle control. Get a second opinion before agreeing to expensive mount replacements. Minor cracking in engine mounts is normal aging and doesn't require immediate replacement unless it's affecting drivability. Scam number 7. The required software update charges. Honda does release software updates for various vehicle systems, but dealerships are now charging for updates that should be free under warranty or recall coverage. They're telling Honda owners that their vehicles need mandatory software updates at $150 to $300 per update to maintain safety and reliability. The reality? Most Honda software updates are covered under warranty or provided free as part of recall campaigns. Here's how this scam works. During routine service, they'll run a computer diagnostic and claim your Honda needs critical software updates for safety or performance reasons. They'll present these updates as necessary maintenance that requires payment, even when the updates are actually covered under warranty or recall. Some dealerships are even charging for updates that don't exist or aren't actually needed for your specific vehicle. I documented one case where a dealership charged $275 for mandatory safety updates on a 2019 CR-V. When the owner contacted Honda directly, they found the updates were covered under an existing recall campaign and should have been free. How to protect yourself. Before paying for any software updates, contact Honda customer service directly to verify whether the updates are covered under warranty or recall. Most legitimate Honda software updates are provided free of charge when they're actually needed for safety or reliability reasons. If a dealer claims you need paid software updates, ask for specific documentation about what systems are being updated and why payment is required. How to avoid becoming a victim. The best defense against these scams is knowledge and preparation. Here's your protection strategy. Always get second opinions for expensive repairs, especially if your Honda is running fine. Research common problems for your specific Honda model year before visiting the dealer. Ask for specific diagnostic evidence before agreeing to any repair. What codes are present? What measurements show the problem? Never agree to preventive repairs on systems that are functioning normally. Get quotes from independent Honda specialists before committing to dealer repairs. Contact Honda customer service directly to verify whether recommended services are actually required. Remember, your Honda is designed to be reliable with basic maintenance. If a dealer is recommending expensive, complex repairs on a vehicle that's running fine, be very suspicious. The bottom line: Honda dealerships make more money from service than from car sales, and some are using increasingly aggressive tactics to boost profits. Don't let fear tactics and misinformation cost you thousands on unnecessary repairs. Your Honda is likely more reliable than the dealer wants you to believe. Trust your instincts. If a repair recommendation doesn't make sense or seems excessive, get a second opinion. You have the right to understand exactly what's wrong with your vehicle before authorizing expensive work. Knowledge is your best protection against these scams. Stay informed, ask questions, and don't be pressured into repairs that don't make sense. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.